Hey, what is up guys? Matt here from the Toasty Rails and I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at another mechanical keyboard, the Molong K850. This is a full-length mechanical keyboard with backlighting coming in at a price tag of $40. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into the review. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, this is a full mechanical keyboard coming in at a price tag of $40. Now this keyboard does have multi-layer backlighting, but it is not RGB. Each individual key does not have a full color variant, so it is just striped variant, so it's really not an RGB lighting setup. It has striped colors, which I see a lot of manufacturers doing to try to proclaim it as being RGB, but this really isn't an RGB keyboard. This is just a multicolor backlit keyboard. As you can tell, I have it on the reactive color mode, which we'll go through all the actual typing color modes whenever we get through this review. Now the actual switch type on this keyboard is a Cherry MX clone from Jixian. Now, I've never really heard of this manufacturer before, but again, it's another one of those knockoff mechanical switch manufacturers, which there are a ton of them out there, ever since Cherry's patent released on their mechanical switches. And, well, it does resemble Cherry MX Blues to the slightest. It really feels more like a Cherry MX Green because it is a lot heavier than your normal Cherry MX Blue switch, but it does feel somewhat solid. And I would say for people who are switching from membrane keyboards and possibly switching to a switch type like this, you really wouldn't notice that big of a difference. Even though this is not my personal preference, I think most people who are switching from a membrane switch would be very grateful to have something like this compared to whatever they had before. Now the overall build quality of this keyboard is actually quite impressive for $40. You're getting a full aluminum back plating that has a brushed aluminum finish. Now as far as the keycaps go, they are pretty solid. They do come with a very odd typeface to them, which is somewhat of a gaming-esque typeface that a lot of these gaming keyboard manufacturers come out with, which is not my personal preference. I prefer a more neutral typeface when it comes to my keycaps, but really overall the actual design is okay. It can work very well if you want to do some modding to it, but overall this keyboard does look pretty solid in the design and build department. So last thing to check is the actual backlighting, which I'm going to let you sit back and enjoy all the backlighting modes right here, and then we're going to get into an overall conclusion of this keyboard and a little bit of nitpicking when it comes to the actual build quality. Alright, so as you can tell, the backlighting is pretty cool. There are a few cool settings like the reactive type mode like I showed here, and some of the other backlighting modes. Now one thing I really wasn't going to mention about this keyboard before I actually got this second sample was that I had a first sample sent to me and it arrived as a dud and did not work at all. Now this second sample does work, but there is a noticeable buzz coming from the keyboard, which really is concerning compared to most other keyboards out there, which really shouldn't be making a noise at all. I'm wondering if it's the backlighting mechanism or if it's the actual power going into this keyboard, but it is very concerning as far as build quality goes that your keyboard is producing a noticeable buzz, which I'll demonstrate right after here. But it is very concerning that my keyboard is producing a noticeable buzz, which here is an example of what it sounds like. But I mean, this keyboard isn't a horrible option, but I would just highly recommend you stay away from it because you could possibly receive a dead sample like I did, or receive one of these that makes a really annoying buzzing noise that is very concerning to use, and I'm probably just going to stick this thing in my closet and probably not even look at it ever again. But overall, this is a pretty interesting keyboard, and it brings up a very important point that you should be very careful when shopping for Chinese manufactured mechanical keyboards and any other location out there, because they may be produced with a lower build quality standard compared to something out there that is of higher quality. And overall, I really just do not recommend this keyboard, but if for some reason you want to pick it up, I'll leave a link in the description down below. It somehow was removed from Amazon. I couldn't find it on the Amazon page after they sent the keyboard to me, so I'm going to try to look around and find a link for you all, but if I don't find one, I'll leave a comment in the description down below that I couldn't find it. And anyways, that's probably a good thing because I really do not recommend you pick this keyboard up. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you have the same concern or have had the same issue with knockoff mechanical keyboards, comment down below and let me know some other brands that we should possibly avoid and help your fellow mechanical keyboard people out there when shopping around for their boards. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already to check out more content from the Toasty Bros. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.